Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right. A viewer asked on the recent video I put up, today's video, the video that went up this morning on Sunday, about regarding Donald Trump's health and is it going to be around 2024? And they asked, what about Biden's health? And they weren't doing it as a Republicans conspiracy theorist. It's how's Biden's health going to hold up to the year? And I think that's fair. If I'm going to do Trump's health, let's do Biden's health. So, entertainment purposes only. And I tried Googling up, Joe Biden's health, and all you get are the stories of Dr. Ronnie Jackson, as this card just pops up. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who was the admiral that I was mentioning that examined Donald Trump during Trump's White House years. He was the second doctor that came in and kept saying, Trump was the, paragon of health and all these wonderful things. Jackson's like, oh, you can see Biden's in total decline. I've worked on 3 presidents, so I know. This dude is just a MAGA-loving freakazoid. And he's basically saying all the wars are Biden's fault. They never would have happened under Trump. And the minute you go down that route, it's like, okay, you're already BSing me. You're a doctor, for God's sake. But he's no longer a doctor. He's a politician. So regardless of his education and his career path, all that's out the window. What he is now is a far-right extremist politician. And honestly, his credibility for commenting on any political figure's health in the United States of the opposite or same political party is null and void at this point, because he's shown he can't be objective, in my opinion. Okay, entertainment purposes only. Come on down. What's Joe Biden's health? Let's say again, same question as I asked for the for Donald Trump. By the winter solstice, 2024, what's Joe Biden's health situation looking like? Entertainment purposes only. Oh, the Hierophant. Guess who's still in government? Now the Hierophant. It's so this is the signifier card. I'll do kind of a reset education one, explaining the positions and explaining the card meetings. I don't do this too often, but it helps as a reminder for folks. Folks, I can speak real good. Darr. All right, this first card that comes down is the signifier card. This is sort of the theme throughout the reading. And as I go through the reading, I will come back to this theme. So you're going to have a signifier card, a cross, which is kind of a challenge to the signifier card, past, what's happened in the past, what's happening currently, what the overarching energy, kind of like what's coloring this whole event that we can see, the lesson to be learned, the outcome, and then the card underneath is the underlying energy. Okay. And already right there, it's like somebody's walking away. He's from the government position. Does that mean he's leaving or has poor health? We'll find out as the cards unfold. So the signifier card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a major arcana, and which tends to be stronger cards. Hierophant, compared to the minor arcana, the Hierophant's about big organizations like the U.S. government, the education system, healthcare, the legal system, things along those lines. So we know by December to 21st, 22nd of 2024, the election will be done, and we'll know if Trump or Joe Biden was elected president of the United States. So what this is saying is that, okay, so the signifying card is some big medical outfit or legal outfit is kind of the signifier here. This, again, the question is, how's Joe Biden's health looking in December of 2024? Crossed with the Queen of Pentacles. And underneath is the 8 of Cups. All right, so what do we have? We have big organizations like the government, crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is about practicality. Pentacles are about wealth and health. I always look at this card and I see like a grandmother with a grandchild type of thing. to me, this is about taking care of your health and looking after your health. I think that this is talking about President Biden running for election. The election's now over. He has to start looking at taking care of his health. What do we have underneath here is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups are about emotions, and it's walking away. We have the moon eclipsing the sun. So mysteries are being revealed as the sunlight shines a light on things. And this person's emotionally leaving. What is that telling me? You can look at this card as leaving like, oh my God, Biden loses the election. He didn't take care of his health and he lost. That would be one way to look at it. But that's not the vibe I'm getting. The vibe I'm getting is that the election's over. It's a strong, emotionally draining election. And it's over, and he's walking away. The election's already passed, so this is like a month in the past already. And now he has to start taking care of his health. He pushed really hard in this election to get reelected, and it's worn him down. He's 80-something years old. He's in good health, especially for an 80-year-old man. But he's still 80-year-old man, and he doesn't have the vigor that he had when he was in his 50s, for instance. So I think the election's over, and now he just needs to take a break. He needs to take care of his health. Maybe you lean on Kamala a bit more for handling the day-to-day stuff so that he can get a little bit more rest and recover from this election. What happened in the past? Two of Wands. Wands are about energy, about taking action. These are fire symbols. The Two of Wands is about making plans. Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice had a great explanation of Wands, where the Ace of Wands is coming up with this great idea for a business. Two of Wands is coming up with the business plan, mapping out locations, and sort of, mentally gearing up for everything that needs to happen. The Three of Wands is buying the supplies for your store, locating the store location, getting a lease in there, buying supplies to stock up the store, hiring help, getting your taxes all situated, and the Four of Wands is opening day. Okay, so in this one, in the past, this is the planning stage. Biden has been the election's been won. Or I'm assuming the election's been won for Biden, and now he's planning on what he's going to do regarding his health and the presidency in 2025 when he gets sworn back in again. So this is about planning. So you can almost say he's already thinking about succession planning for himself in the government because he's getting more tired and he may need to walk away from the presidency at some point. Okay? Because of health. It could be his health. It could be his wife's health. You can already see I'm only 4 cards into it. I haven't even gone to the current situation, but this reading evolves and themes start coming out. And you might say, well, I don't see that. It's like, that's why you have to trust your gut. You just trust your intuition and see where it takes you on this one. A lot of readers, they will lay out all the cards, then they look at the whole story. I kind of read it as it comes to me. It's like, what's the first thing that comes? And then you'll see me waffle back and forth like a ping pong game because I'm playing all the different things. As more cards come out, it kind of changes the narrative, or it seals up the narrative for me. So if I start focusing on narrative and then the next card fits, I'm much more confident that I've nailed it as I go through. Okay, back down. He's making plans regarding his future in the government because of his health, and we need to take care of his health. Current situation. So we're now around the winter solstice. Is the Page of Pentacles. Pages are messengers. Pentacles are about money or health. And again, this is a whole health reading. So the fact that I'm getting Pentacle cards just lets you know that Spirit is giving me the preschool card, the toys for 3-year-olds, the cards for 3-year-olds. David, you can do this one. Current situation is Page of Pentacles. There might be messages about his health and he's tired. He might be taking extra vacations at Camp David, again, to recover on this. Or he's starting to develop, or he's getting messaging about his health, health problems, stress, stuff like that. That's happening. And I do think it's going to lead to him leaving this position eventually. Not right now. This is kind of, he had the doctor's exam. It's like, Joe, you're under a lot of stress. You really need to take a break. That kind of thing. Or if it's not him, if it's his wife, then, you get some information that Jill is dealing with a health issue. And the tests have come back and now you've gotten that information. The overarching energy here over this is the Ten of Cups. Tens are completion of the minor arcana. In this case, cups are, again, about emotions and relationships, family. You got the husband and the wife and the kids dancing around. This is, things working out and everybody. It all works out in the end. So December 21st, there's celebration going on. This could be Joe and Kamala. It worked out. Everything's worked out. They've succeeded in getting reelected, and they're in the joy of, okay, wow, we really dodged that bullet. We're back for another term, and this could even be that the Democrats have taken Congress so that we can actually start advancing healthcare issues and solidifying voter rights so that elections aren't as stressful, worrying about cheating and dirty tricks and things along those lines. The overarching energy, if this is not Joe's, if we're talking about health, this could also be, hey, wait a minute, no, you got the rest of your life to live. You need to start thinking about your health. Okay, Queen of Swords. This is the lesson to be learned. The Queen of Swords. Swords are about our air cards. It's about intellect. Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under has described the Queen of Swords as her Nancy Pelosi card. And you think of the energy of a Nancy Pelosi. She's very sharp. She's very intelligent. There's not a lot of emotion. This is a card of practicality, and it's like kind of like the no nonsense decisions. Like if like somebody was a drunk driver and they got arrested and lost their license for 6 months and can't drive a car, it's like, well, that's what you get. You knew the risks, you took the risks, this is the punishment, we're done. This is kind of the reality. Again, Biden's going to be he's in his 80s, and he might have health issues. That's the reality of when you're in your 80s. Even if he's in good health, he's in a very stressful position. The reality is you may not be able to do the whole term on this one. If his wife has health issues, the reality is she's also, she's in her 80s. I think Jill's in her 80s. I don't know how Jill Biden is. But, these things happen. And just as you get older, health challenges happen. What are you going to do about it? This is not the woman who gives you the hug. This is the woman that just says very practically, what are you going to do about it? This is the woman that gives you the hug. This is the woman that really cares about your health and well-being. This is the one that says, you've got to make a choice. And again, the underlying energy is walking away. The outcome is the Strength card. I think, he's going to have some health issues that he really needs to take care of his health. Things are going to start coming up. He needs to make some decisions. Some of these decisions are going to take courage. He's might be strong enough now to maintain the presidency, but the Strength card could also be the succession planning. And I'm not even remotely close to being the first person to see Joe Biden maybe not finishing up a second term. That he hands the reins over to Kamala Harris, which would be unique. It would be a first. It's so many firsts that we've had in this last decade. This is going to be a first. Handing over to the VP because your health just may not be good enough to do that. You have to make a tough decision. It's for your best interest, in the country's best interest, that the government is run by somebody who's I need to take care of my health, and it's by somebody who's younger and can run the government. It's that kind of energy. Sometimes I've done what I needed to do. I need to walk away. Whether it's for yourself or somebody in your family, that's what it is. That's what we've got going on. Okay, so this reading takes a little longer, but again, we're trying to explain everything. Now I'm going to do just a quick 4-carder. Is with that walking away card and the strength card. Is it Joe Biden's health that's the issue? Or what can you tell me about the walking away? Is it Joe Biden? Is it Jill Biden? What additional information? So this spread will give me a short, brief answer to that question. I don't want to do a big, long one here. So here's your signifier card. It's that messaging of the Page of Pentacles. The reason why he steps away is he's got some message about his health. Pages are about messaging, and Pentacles are about health and wealth. So there's messaging about a health event that's come up. Whether it's his or Jill's, we'll find out by the cards that come underneath. These are 3 signifier cards to explain the health message. First is the Fool card. Fool card is the beginning of the tarot deck. It's a major arcana, which is why it's not a page with pentacles on it. It's starting a new journey, a new path. Low energy, it's falling off the path. It's doing something foolish. I don't think this is the case of something foolish. I think it's starting a new journey. There's going to be a change because of his health, and it's going to be different. And it's going to be different than he's dealt with before with health issues. The second signifier card, it's not necessarily meant to be this way, but this is how I use it, is that this card is kind of like the main underlying issue for this signifier. And then the 2 shouldering cards, the cards on either side, kind of like your choices type of thing. And then we've got the card underneath, which is the 2 of Wands again. So what do I get? He's got a message about his health, and because he's received this message about his health or Jill's health, he has to start making plans, like succession plans. He's in the mental part of it. This health issue is going to be a huge burden. This is a hard message to hear. And that Fool card is it means that he's going to be leaving the presidency to do something else. And the reason why he's doing something else is this is his calling. This is his number one priority. This is his thing. So if it's his own health that's the issue, he's going to say, okay, my health is important. Yeah, I can't do the job of presidency anymore because my health is really important. I need to do something different, which may include walking away. Certainly means planning. If it was his wife's health, it would be like this, but on steroids. You know what I mean? It's one thing for Joe Biden to be worried about his health, but now it's your spouse. It's like, oh, now if Jill had a health problem, this would be way very hard on him because it's his wife. And Joe Biden strikes me as the type of person that he's very dedicated to his career and all that stuff, but he's even more dedicated to family. He has had such family struggles, trauma. You know, losing his wife and a child years and years ago. You know, if his wife was sick, I think he understands that he's in his 80s. He ran because the alternative was Trump. And now it's, you know, my wife is ill. I can't just let her go. I need to be there for her. And I can't do both jobs at the same time. It would be something like that. If it was his own health, he would probably continue to struggle on for a bit. But then at some point he's going to say, you know what, for the benefit of the country, I need to step back. So right now I'm not getting which it is. And it could be either. It could be both. It could be neither. It could be something else. But it seems like if he was going to step down for health-related reasons, it would be for himself or his wife. You know, if it was for Hunter, I doubt he would step down for the presidency for his son's health. Not that he doesn't love his son, but he could probably get nursing and stuff like that to help him. If it was his wife, there's just so much stronger a connection to her, or that he would, you know, yeah, he'd get nurses, but he'd want to be there too. That's his wife after all. And if it was his own health, he would weigh. He doesn't seem to have that strong ego of it's got to be my way or the highway. You know, I've got to be the alpha ape in the room. It would be he would actually consider, it's like, you know what, am I in the way at this point? What else do I have to prove? You know, I've already been elected president. I've been reelected president. There's no shame in saying, you know, I've got health issues. You know, Kamala has been in the VP position for 4 years. I've been leaning on her more and more to do stuff. It's time for her to take over and move the United States forward. So I think in the end, by the winter solstice of 2024, and I choose the winter solstice because there's no time, from what I understand, on the other side. So, you know, getting dates is kind of hard. But the winter solstice is a celestial event. That should have an energy that they could read into and maybe more lock in. So I tend to go with solstices and equinoxes as trigger points or target points, because maybe a spirit can lock in on that one. Maybe they can't. I don't know, but that's my logic for it. So I think we'll find out more about that. We may not find out in December. We may find out in 2025 at some point. But you might start hearing rumors. And that's kind of where I'm going with it. All right. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words and your comments and everything you do that's helped build up this channel about 5,000 subscribers. Wow. It's just mind-blowing. I started this in earnest in January of last year. The channel started in December. And I've had some great help from Linda G and Johnny and some others to really push this channel forward. Sherry was my first live. Marina was the first person that wanted to do regular lives with me. And it's just been a fun ride. And I want to thank you all, and I appreciate it. Everything you do on this helps feed the YouTube algorithm, so the video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks just discovering this channel for the first time or recently, welcome. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.